Hey, what's up guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So as of now we have done all the tough tasks, which was writing tests for our APIs and testing with the database. So we have done that, which was not actually very tough, which was very easy. And if you couldn't understand that, then you can always let me know about that, and you can also discuss about all this stuff in my group, which is Let's Flutter, and all this code will be available on GitHub, on the Flutter example apps repo also, and also on the second one, which is the I don't know, I haven't made that repo yet, but I'll make that, so I'll let you know. So every link will be available in the description, so please make sure to check that. Now we are done with this this testing part, which we have done. We have tested our APIs. Now let's do one more thing. Now we will see how to write advanced database queries. So for that we will see how to work with relationship and joins, because we have only written one thing, which is questions. Now every question will have one or more answers, right? So in the model we will create another data model class, which will be answer dot dot, okay, and then we will establish a connection between them, or a relationship between them. Okay, so similar approach will be here as well. So first of all, let me just import the quiz api.dart. Now we will have a class which will be if you remember, answer, okay, underscore answer, and I will also have another class. So this is a persistence class. Then we will have a instance class which we can say answer, which will extend the managed object, sorry, and we will pass the persistent type here, which is answer, and also implements the underscore answer, so that we can have all the same properties which are inside our answer. So here in the answer, it will also have an ID or index, and it will have a description. Okay, so we can say int ID, and then we can say the description of the answer, so it will be a string. So this is how you can write that. Okay, this is fine. Now because we have that managed object and everything, okay, so we will have every managed object will represent both a question and an answer. Okay, so now we will have some kind of relationship between them, so that it can make some sense, like, right, that because question has an answer, so we will go back to our question. Okay, it will have an answer, so here we can say answer and answer. So it will have another property, which is answer, because every question will have answer. Also the answer will have question as well, but the question will has an answer. So this is the first thing which we need to do. And then after that, what we will do, we have established the relationship from question to answer. Now we need to do the inverse relationship also, because every answer will also have one question, of course. So what we will do here, first of all, we will make this ID as primary key. So here we can use this annotation, managed primary key, and then we can have this question as question. Okay, and then we can import this. Now there's one more thing we need to do. Whenever we are doing this, then we have to make another annotation above this question, which is managed. It should be managed relationship. Okay, so what we are doing, we are actually we are adding this metadata to this property question, because relationships are two-sided. Okay, so we have already told that in our question that it will have an answer, so we have established that relationship from here, but we also need to make the same relationship from this answer class, but this metadata will be only on one side. Okay, you don't have to write on the both of the side. So here we can say hash answer. So this hash answer is basically the name of that this property, which is answer. So if this is suppose my answer, then we will write my answer here as well. So this is okay. So let's make it answer to make it simple. So let me just delete. Okay, so this is how you will make the relationship. Okay, so again there is only one metadata, okay, in one of the class only. So now what is the property, what this relationship property means, that it will map to the foreign key column in the database table. Okay, so the table answer, now this answer table has a foreign key column named question underscore index. Okay, so this question will refer to this question's index because its primary key is this index. So now this answer table will have id, a description, and a question index. Okay, this is how it will establish this relationship. Okay, so now if let's say if we remove this managed relationship, then what will happen? Then it will not have a column in the table. Okay, then it will represent a new row. So that is the difference between having that managed relationship or does not having that. Okay, so this is what actually, so now this managed relationship can also have some kind of rules. Okay, so we can specify a rule here as well. So what we can say, if let's say we delete the question, so on delete what will happen? So if you will delete the question, then we can say manage relationship delete rule dot cascade, which means that this will also this answer will also be deleted if you delete the question, because if the question is not available, then what is the need of the answer? Okay, and we can also have money properties like is required, which can be true. Okay, true. Okay, and again guys, all of these things are available on Aqueduct's documentation, so you can check from there if you miss something from here. Okay, so this is how you will put all the relationship and everything. Now we need to join all of these answer to our question. So we will go to our controller class. So here we have this controller class. Now here we are returning this question, database question dot fetch and everything. Now we need to perform one more thing. So here when we are fetching the question, we will also join it. So we can say dot join, okay, where we will specify the object. So now we will join it with the, so our question is the object, and I will join it with the question dot answer. Okay, so now they will also include the answer as well. Okay, so this is what we need to do. Similarly, let's just copy this line. We also need this for this API as well. So with the question dot index and everything, we will also use this dot join, where we will also join the answer. Okay, so this is something we need to do. Now when we will fetch our data, we will have index, description, then answer, and in the answer we will have the ID and description as well. Okay, now we also need to update our tests. You must be wondering that. Okay, so what you can do, let's go back to our test question controller. So we have this description and blah blah blah. So now what will happen if we will run our test now? So let's see what will happen. So let's run the test. So you can see, oh, we ran only one test, maybe? No. So let's run all the tests. What actually happened, I don't know. Okay, so we are getting some issue with this. So property entity on answer has an unsupported type. Okay, must be string date. Let's see what kind of issue is that. So it is saying some kind of issue with the property answer. So let's go back to answer, int id, string description, question. So everything is fine. So but this is again there is some issue with this testing, because if it is not expecting any answer as of now. So we actually don't really care about answer till now, but now it was all about description, but now we need to also include the answers. Okay, so we will use the partial matcher here. So what will do, partial matcher what will do, partial matcher will match a map, okay, but it will only verify the values for that particular specified keys. Okay, so any other key value pair will be ignored, only the key which you will mention will be accepted. Okay, so let's go to here the list of questions. First of all, here it is saying that every expect response where all of the body should have description has length greater than 0, and every element have the description this. Now we can have something which is, we can say, after this ends with, or this body part, yeah, we can have another field inside this every other element. So what that will be, this will be our answer now. Okay, am I writing it at the right position? Let's see. We have this contains pair description. Okay, here. So now we will have an answer, and we will check. Okay, now we can check here that we will use the partial. I guess we are not doing this at the right position. Yeah, we should be somewhere here, I guess. Okay, so here we can say, oh, this is where we were. Oh, sorry guys, we have done something wrong here which we missed earlier. This should be colon. I don't know why the test was running successfully. Let me just go back to how it was, and yeah, so it should be like this. Okay, and let's see what's the issue here. Let's add one more. Contains pair is something, there's some issue. What's that issue? Let's see. First of all, it should have this description should be like ends with this. This is fine as of now. We have some extra columns maybe. Okay, I guess there is some issue. I don't know what kind of issue it is, but this is not working. Let me just see what exactly was earlier. So this is what we had earlier. Now we have this all off, and this is fine, this is fine, this is also good. Now we are saying every element contains pair. Okay, this is also fine, I guess. Now, okay, the pair thing part is good, this is fine, I guess. Okay, now we need to do some changes. So okay, what we will do, we will need to add answer here. So what we can do, after every element we can say partial. Okay, because we want to map it with the particular keys, so we can use partial here, and then inside that we can use this this particular thing. We don't need to do the contains pair stuff now, and we can also remove this part, and rather than this we can use this. Okay, so this will, I guess, fix all the stuff. Now after that we can have more things, like we can have answer. One second guys, and here we can say if our answer is partial, because here again we will have one more thing which is the description. So again we need to define the key, because answer will also have a description. Now it should be a string, so we can say is a string. Okay, so this is how we will write our big tests. Everything is fine, yeah. So one thing is missing, I guess. Okay, how many columns? What we are missing, I don't know. Okay, we have missed another braces.
Right now. Check your modem or router connections and try again.
And now, yeah, this is fine. I guess we are missing one more thing, one more bracket, and yeah, we are good to go. So it took some time, but we have fixed this one thing, and now we can run it. Okay, all right. So now run all the tests and let's see if that works or not. And again, we got this error on this entity on answer has an unsupported type, must be string. So answer has an unsupported type, it is saying, and I don't find any unsupported type as of now. This looks good to me. This is again good. This is okay, so this should be underscore answer. Okay, maybe that was the issue. Now let's run the tests, and the test should pass this time. And yeah, this is where it is stuck, and it is saying the body differs. Actually answer is null. Okay, so what's the problem now? We have filled the answers, but actually our question don't have any answer. Okay, so we also need to include some answers here. Okay, so what we can do after this description, okay, we can say dot dot answer. Okay, and here we can specify some answer. So what we can say new answer. Let's just import this class, and then it will have dot description. And now here I can say, let's say, who are you? So I can say I am Pawan. Okay, so this will be our first question's answer, and then we will copy the same line for here and paste it here. And now how are you? So I can say I am fine. Okay, so now let's run this test again one more time, and this time it should work. Okay, it failed again. It's okay. So again we have failed. So it is saying again the answer is different with what we were expecting. So let me see what we did wrong. So it should have worked as of now, because we have the answer, we have that question also. So something is not okay. So we forget to insert that question as also that answer also, because we just inserted here this query which only have the question. Okay, so now what we will do, let's just make it a variable and store that here. So variable inserted questions, and now we can say await. So we will not return this particular thing, because this is as of now just the questions which we inserted. Now we also need to insert the answers. So here what we can say, we will make another query. We can say answer query, where we will have another query as this, then we will have an answer here, and then this query will have some kind of description. So we can say dot dot values dot description. Now in the description we can say q dot, which was the earlier our q, we can use that q, and we can say q dot answer, and let's just make it a question queue so that it will not give that kind of error. So now we can say q dot answer dot description. Okay, so this will give us the value. Now we also need the questions for that particular answer. So here we can say values dot question is equal to, so here we have these inserted questions, so these will be the question itself. Now after that what we can do, we can await, and we can say answer query dot insert. Now we will insert it. Now after inserting it, we will return the inserted questions. Okay, and here we can just close this. Okay, so we are done. We have inserted the question as well as the answer with their description and their question. Now let's run all the tests, and this time it should pass. No. Okay, that quite all question contains is failed now. because it is saying that description is how are you Pawan, it should contains Pawan. Okay, and it is saying that okay, this how the description is how are you Pawan, index is same but answer is something different. Okay, answer is I am fine, and then we have question, so it has some extra map key, so it was not accepting this extra map key. So what we can do, we can copy this whole thing. Okay, or what we can do, we can skip that part for the time being. You do this, you can copy this answer here, and then we can execute some result out of it. Okay, so as of now I am just uh, let's say what I can do, we can say any of. Okay, I don't know whether it will work or not, I'm just testing it. So if any of this works, then I guess I'm good to go. Okay, let's run the test, this particular test. So it should pass this time. No, it is not. Okay, so any of is not working. So as of now, let me just remove this part, so you can check it later, and if it is still not working, then you can ask me, because I cannot perform every action here. So this time it should pass, so everything is working now, and you can change your tests if you want to change, if you want to do some more operations on them. Okay, one more thing I forgot to tell you is, let's say if in our question, this question have one answer field, but one question can have many answer as well. So in case of many answer, what you could do, you can use here managed set. Okay, and then you can give the type to answer, and then it will support many answers. So this relationship will be updated now, and then this question can have many this answers, and rather than answer we can say answers, and everything will be the same like it earlier. So this manage set is actually is a serialized into a list of maps. So you will get again the encoded JSON, and that's it. So let me just make it answer again, so it could not confuse you all. So that's it guys with this video. In next video we will make the real database thing, and we will try to run the APIs again, and we are done with the test I guess. So we will check whether this is working or not, and in future videos we will do the deployment part with any cloud or something. So the next video where we will perform this all thing on the real database will be end of this series of the beginner series. Okay, so thank you so much. If you enjoyed the video, like the video, press the subscribe button if you're already not the subscriber, and also make sure to press the bell icon if you want to get the future updates. Also let me just show you this GitHub repository where I will push all the codes. So there will be a different I guess repository, but here in the Flutter example apps you will definitely find all the code. Okay, so it has a lot of already examples with their YouTube tutorial as well. So here you will find all the code. So thank you so much guys, I'll see you in the next video.